Hey, welcome to the How to Sell with Confidence podcast. I'm your host, Nat Tolhopf, a sales and confidence coach who digs kicking your butt into imperfect action. You're in the right place if you're a woman in biz who's ready to grow from 5 figures to 6 figures and beyond. In this podcast, I share with you how to sell with confidence by digging deeper into the leader within and exploring your unstoppable self. Let's go in. Let's have some unstoppable conversations. Hey, welcome back to this episode. It is all around the reality of Q1 in New Zealand businesses. And I just thought we would talk some truths, some home truths together. It's mid-February in New Zealand 2026. Hopefully you're not listening to this when it's too late, but the kids are finally back at school. The traffic is a nightmare again, and that lovely summer high that you had at the back, well, it kind of fizzled and snizzled because of the bloody rain, but actually it's being replaced by a massive year ahead panic. I know that some of you feel on the back foot. You feel like you've missed the proverbial planning boat for some crazy reason. I get it. I can sometimes feel like that. You can feel like you're running behind. You can open your phone and you can see people on LinkedIn who are already crushing their goals, and you're actually still trying to remember your login passwords and did your kid remember lunch for the first 2 weeks of school, right? Like, it's actually a real thing. But I want you to take a breath. You're not behind. And if we actually looked at it factually, who? Behind who? Like, who are you behind? Your business doesn't have a racetrack. You're on the race to nowhere. You've actually been living in a country that actually knows how to take a holiday, and a lot of New Zealand businesses that I work with, we actually B2B, we're business to business, right? So everyone usually is on a holiday, or business consumer in New Zealand. Everyone's still trying to come back too. So not just you is feeling that way. Now, that doesn't mean you get out of selling, and that doesn't mean that you get out of growing your businesses. There's definitely ways to mitigate that. So a successful Q1 isn't actually built in January. It's actually built in Q4. Now, you might be thinking, thanks, Nat. I already thought I was behind. Now I'm like way behind. But remember, behind who? So in New Zealand, we tend to hit October and think, oh, it's nearly Christmas. I'll just kind of sort Christmas out and then worry about next year in January, where actually I want you to think about Christmas, the next year while you're worrying about Christmas, because the Q4 actually is your engine room. It's where I get a lot of my clients to plant seeds, start reaching out. It's when you have these conversations and bring them down your funnel, kind of warm everyone up, just checking my mic's on. And what can happen is if you don't do this kind of nurturing or toiling the soil, I call it, so not planting in Q4, then your February and March, of course, it's going to feel a little bit empty. But don't panic. Don't burn it all down. Don't go drop your prices or change your whole business model. It's just because those sprouts haven't come up yet. And if you're like, well, Nat, nothing's going to germinate because I didn't do any of that in Q4, you will have done something throughout the year gone past that we can bring through to fruition. So I actually saw this coming for me for Q1, particularly January, can be a little bit thin on the ground if I let it, because a lot of people are still away at the beach. So I try and get people to pre-book in Q4. You'll see it with my activate sessions. I might put out some express sessions, some one-off sessions. So I get people to plant that at the end of January. The cash flow is already there for me, and my lead fund flow is already set up. So when I come back in January, I've kind of already got that groundwork that I did in October, November. And it's just about trusting that process, that having each year, which is why I want to talk to you about it in Q1. So when you're coming to plan Q4, And we're not far off that. I mean, all jokes aside, it's going to be the end of quarter one in about 6 weeks. So if I can get you to zoom out and start thinking about your business in a more zoomed out context in your quarters, you're going to understand that what you do in your quarter four actually comes in dominoes. Quarter one, what you do in quarter one hits quarter two. So you've got to respect the timeline, and actually the time and the buying time and the buying behavior and the time it can take for people to buy from you. So the real work in quarter one is actually the follow up. So I spent a lot of February following people up. And if you are feeling behind, it's probably because you've actually stopped following up on the seeds that you planted last year, not just quarter four. So some of you might also be thinking that I just don't follow up. That's okay. You can start from today, right? In the new year. Maybe you're scared to reach out because it's been too long, but actually circling back around to someone a year later is actually and can be the most perfect timing. So follow up in February is a gift because your clients are coming in overwhelmed too. So actually being that person who helps them get their ducks in a row, you're not bothering them. You're finishing the job or the conversation you had 3, 6, 12 months ago. And for me, customer service, particularly in service businesses in New Zealand, is lacking. Following up is customer service. Checking back in is customer service. And that essentially is what sales is. So I would love for you to take action today. So I want you to look back at your quarter four leads today. And I want you to pick 5 people who said, let's chat in the new year. And I want them to send you, how's your summer babe message? Like, let's just get in there, get a conversation going. Because sales is just a conversation, remember? It's just customer service and having a conversation. So reestablishing that relationship and remembering and reminding yourself, your brain, that you've actually got value to provide and you're not being annoying. You're just following up, and good customer service is amazing. I want you to remember you have 10 months of the year left. Okay, so whatever maybe anxious energy you may have right now, I don't want you to burn out in February trying to make up for a January that was actually meant for resting, because that's our summer break. That's the time we sit around with the kids or sit around with our family. So start planting today. Start following up on the work that you did last year. All is not lost. And you've got this. And if you do want some help, you know where to come and have a chat with me. Catch you on the next episode.
Hey, you gorgeous crew, thanks for listening again. And if you've been under a rock and you didn't know, my second book is available, Become Unstoppable, How to Stop Playing Small, Keep Up with the Bloody Joneses, and Play a Bigger Game. If you want a copy, you know what to do. Come over to my website, www.natalietolhopf.com, and grab yourself a copy. And remember to share this podcast around with your biz friends. Plus, if you're liking it on whatever platform you're listening, please give it a rating so we can keep it going around and around. Catch you later.